Hello and welcome back. Today we are trying something a little bit different. Basically, recently I've been gifted an Olympus OM10 by one of my colleagues in work. He said obviously he doesn't use it anymore, and he said I can have it if I would like. So I was like, that'd be great, but he said I could only have it on one term, and I was like, okay. And that term was that I developed the film that was still in there. So it's a true print 135 film, 24 exposures, 200 ISO film that has been left in that camera for well over 30 years, older than me. So I said, I'll give it a go. Who knows whether anything will come out. And he said, even if it doesn't really matter, but there we go. So I thought I'd give myself a bit of a challenge and experiment to see if I can develop this film and see if I can get the pictures on there and see into the past, which apparently was his first wedding, which is also a little bit weird. So if there's any dodgy photos, obviously I will not be showing them here. But other than that, let's get cracking on. So I don't know how good this is going to sound, but I've done my research and I've found that for every 10 years you have to push a stop. So he reckons it's about 30 years old, which means I have to push it 3 stops-ish, which according to my little sheet, at 40 degrees Celsius, pushing 3 stops would be 8.75 minutes. So I'm going to need a timer, I think. Yeah, I'll go and grab a proper timer. Usually I just do it on my phone, but obviously the phone is being used to record. I think we got this. Now for the first part, which we're going to have to obviously load the roll into a spool, and then into the developing tank, and load the chemicals, blah blah blah, as we usually would. Top tip, take your smartwatch off. Those things are like a sun in those dark bags, and they, well, they'll ruin your photos. So, what we'll need, of course, is our tank, obviously the film, the spool, the thing that holds the spool, the bottle opener, as I call it, the pair of scissors, live life dangerously, slicing up what's in the dark. I think that's about it. Watch me struggle trying to load all this in. It's all loaded in. I'll try to load the film on. Excuse the faces that I'll inevitably pull when doing this. But my first few attempts at doing this, when I first started doing home development, the first few attempts were amazing. And for some reason, I've just gotten worse and worse at doing this part. Just gotta not think about it here. Trying to save this canister as well because it's quite unique these days since they don't make it anymore. You can definitely tell when they're only 24 exposures as well because they always feel so small. So it is open. I've got the film in my hand. Just cut that leader ever so slightly. Find my spool. Well, that was it by there then, but we're good. Right, so we are loaded in the bag. I've just cut the leader into a pointed edge. Obviously, can't really show you this part because it would ruin it. Then I get the spool. Quite a, I don't know how to explain it, springy roll. It's quite spring roll. It's very, very wound up. This is around the spool. Oh, there we go. Put the end, cut the plastic spool thing off. And put the black cylinder through it, and then we put it into the developing tank. What's it called? Upside down. Close it. Sweaty. Then we should have one spooled piece of film. My research has said we need to give it a warm, nice warm pre-soak. So I'll go and start heating up the tap, and we'll give that a go now in a minute. Give it a go. Literally steaming from there. Oh, where's my lid? We'll give it a 1 minute soak timer. The thing about doing it with hot water is that it creates pressure in there, and it sort of goes as we're doing it. So nearly there. Right, 1 minute done. I'll lay this out ready. Let's put a little cloth down just because I'm in a kitchen and we're dealing with chemicals. Let's see what this looks like. Right, that was actually quite clear, the water in there. Sometimes they come out yellow, sometimes they come out purple. So back to my little sheet here. Like I said, we want to push it 3 stops, I would say, which is 8.75 minutes. I think because this chemical is getting on, I think what we'll do is we'll call that 9 minutes, just to be safe. Just need to get a temperature reading of my chemicals. But obviously, working with chemicals, I'm going to be a good boy. And safety first, gloves and gloves. Could be wearing goggles, an apron, boots instead of Crocs. Let's set that to 40 degrees. Let's see if the chemicals themselves are 40 as well. 39.1. I reckon we're just going to be exactly 40 here. Leveling off 39.6, 39.8, 39.7, 39.8. Call that 40. I'm sure 0.2 of a degree, oops, isn't going to make much of a difference. Right, so measuring jack. I always forget, but I'm pretty sure it's 290 for 1 roll of film. 290 exactly. 4 ounce, 290. You can tell by the colour this has been used a few times, so it's probably about time I get a new batch. So 8.75 minutes. Continuous for the first 10 seconds. Then 4 lifts every 30 seconds thereafter. Oof, smell on that. Let's get a timer started. And always remember to give it a get those bubbles out. So I'll crack on with this, probably do like a little time lapse or something of me doing this, but see you on the other side. So we are on 9 minutes in 3, 2, 1. So usually when I do this, it's usually for about 3 minutes this part, because of the sous vide by there. But obviously, when we push it 3 stops, we've got to now he has definitely changed colour. The reason I put that back in there, I also got some other colour film to develop after this. I have some colour film from my Nikon F65, which I'll be doing a video on very soon. Took a day trip down to Bath with it for the first time, and yeah, took it out for a spin. Still haven't got around to developing them. I also need to finish and develop. I got some Candido 800 and 200. I took to Budapest with my Rollei mini LED camera. I'll do another one on that as well. Also, one on my Canon Sure Shot, which I'll link to a video about what that camera's all about. Oops. Which hopefully should be coming out soon when I get around to finishing that film. But for now, we'll carry on here. And this, I'm sure, is usual. Yeah, same as above. I'll get cracking on with this. I'm sure you don't want to witness this part, so I will shut the camera down and we'll get back to talking and making our film after this. So technically, right now we should have some fully developed pictures, fully blitzed, after I've done this, because this last one obviously makes all of the difference. I've made up my final rinse stabilizer. I just use distilled water, screw by and the fancy stuff. Just buy some dishwasher rinse out. Tesco is only about £1, but it does the job. It cleans your film. Right, let's try not to get any of these nasty chemicals on our hand. On our body, I should say. Because this is the more deadly one, the bleach and fix. By the way, I used the Cinestill CS41. I'm not sure there is a name for it. Just a colour simplified 2-bath process. That's what I use for all my pictures, so all the ones you see on Instagram and YouTube. Go check them out, go subscribe, see more of this. Quite good, I'm not spilling it all today though. I just spilled some. Right, like I said, put this back in here. Now we'll give it a 3-minute wash, just with lukewarm flowing water. So I'll go get started on that. That's after 3 minutes of a wash. The last process is to just chuck a bit of this in, give it a 15 seconds. And we'll go over to the hanging room. Sounds a lot more ominous than it actually is. And yeah, we'll see if this has been successful. And we'll scan a little bit later. There we go. Right, let's get into the room and go and see if we have any images. And now for the moment of truth. So we'll do some of these coat hangers, well, trouser hangers are a good alternative to the proper clips. Let's see if we actually have any images from this. I'll go and give it a shake outside. Just get the excess water off, 2 seconds. It's a horrible day out there today. Let's see if we actually have any images. So far it is not looking good. Very foggy. Looks like this might have been a total failure. Clear, all clear. There's a slight Oh wow. All that. Good practice round, I guess, for general development. Bit disappointing. You can hear the dog walking around in the background. A little bit disappointing. We've obviously just spent all that effort for what ended up being nothing. There definitely are not any images on that. I believe my colleague is in today. It is a Saturday. And the person who gave me the camera is in, so I'll guess I can break the bad news. Whether I'll even upload this is going to be another question. There's something different, so maybe I will. He did say it has been sat in a garage area for some time. To be honest, I wasn't holding that much hope as it was, but like I said, slightly disappointing, but it was a good attempt, if I do say so myself. Well, there we have it. Thank you for tuning in, I guess. I got some Kodak 200 to go and develop now. So I'll go cracking on with that, and I'm sure you'll see the results of this very soon. Another thing that I have done, a colleague of mine, another colleague, was in a charity shop recently, and he found this for £8, and I was like, okay, that's fun. It's a Helena 3000, a bit grubby. I need to clean it up a bit, but it wasn't this that I was interested in. It was the free item that came with it, which was some more old film. Looks like it hasn't been used. It's Boots 24 exposure ISO 200. I want to check this through a semi-decent camera, not that thing, just in case that buggers up. So we'll see the results of this soon as well, hopefully. But other than that, I think we're done there. So thank you very much for tuning in. And on that miserable disappointment, I'll see you next time. Goodbye.